Imagine this. Over 100 people vanished without a single trace. No bodies, no signs of a fight. Just gone. This is one of the greatest mysteries in American history. Let's go back in time to the year 1587. A group of English settlers arrived in the New World, hoping to build a better future. They landed on a remote island called Roanoke, located off the coast of what is now North Carolina. These were not just soldiers or explorers, they were families. Men, women, and even children were part of this journey. They brought with them dreams, hopes, and plans for a new life. At first, everything seemed possible. The land was new. The opportunities were endless. But very soon, reality began to set in. Life in the New World was not easy. Food was scarce and farming was difficult. The environment was unfamiliar and danger was always nearby. On top of that, their relationship with the local Native American tribes became tense. There were misunderstandings, fear, and growing conflict. The settlers were struggling more and more each day. They needed help, and they needed supplies. So their leader, John White, made a difficult decision. He decided to leave the colony and sail back to England to bring back food, tools, and support. Before he left, he promised his family and the settlers that he would return as soon as possible. But something unexpected happened. When John White reached England, a war had begun between England and Spain. Because of this war, ships were not allowed to travel freely. Time passed. Months turned into years, and John White was unable to return. 1 year passed, then another, and another. 3 long years went by. Finally, in the year 1590, John White was able to return to Roanoke. He was excited, but also worried. When he arrived, something felt wrong. The colony was silent. There were no people. No voices, no movement at all. Every house was empty. Everything had been left behind. There were no signs of a fight, no broken buildings, no bodies. It was as if the entire colony had simply disappeared. Imagine how terrifying that must have been. Your family, your friends, all gone, without a trace. John White searched everywhere. He looked for any clue, any sign, anything that could explain what happened. And then he found something. Carved into a wooden post was a single word, CROATOAN. That was the only clue. No explanation, no message, just that one word. Some believe this was a clue that the settlers moved to a nearby island called CROATOAN. Others believe something much darker happened. Maybe they were attacked, maybe they were forced to leave, or maybe they tried to survive and failed. There are also theories that they joined a Native American tribe and became part of their community, but no one knows for sure. No clear evidence
with those barrels.
has ever been
We
found.
need them for the
no
stores.
Bodies, no confirmed
and the frame
location.
is near ready for the roof.
Nothing. Over 400
timber from the
years
woods.
have
Post
passed,
haste.
and the mystery still remains
Roll the
unsolved.
barrels to the
Lost
shelters. Keep
Colony
the
of
pace.
Roanoke continues
tools are
to
here. We
confuse
must build before
historians, and
Aye, the frame rises. Secure the planks.
The children need shelter. Faster, all!
Steady now. Lower it gently to the sand.
I'll take it from here. More hands are needed for the frames.
Aye, the shelter must rise before ground. These barrels hold our tools. Take them to the build site.
Aye, and the timber for the frames?
The timber follows. We must secure the fries before the savages or weather turn against us. Careful with those barrels. We need every tool intact.
The frame is up. We can start on the roof.
More hands to the boats. Unload the provisions. Steady with those barrels. We need them by the frames.
I'll sort the linens. John, help me lift this.
Right. We'll need more nails for the roof.
Over here.
This frame is ready. Careful with that barrel. It's our seed corn.
I'll start sorting the tools for the builders.
Good. We need shelter before nightfall.
The frames are rising. God be praised. Careful with the barrels. Mind the sand.
Aye, steady now. Bring the post for the frame. Hold it firm.
It holds. Drive it in.
On to the next.
But things got difficult. They had little food, and tensions with local tribes grew.
So I, John White, must return to England for supplies.
John White's return would prove fateful.
But things got difficult. We have little food, and tensions with local tribes grow. I will return to England for supplies. But the crossing is perilous. It is our only hope. But things got difficult. We have little food, and tensions with local tribes grow.
How can we, John?
I must return to England for supplies. But the journey is perilous. But things got difficult. We have little food, and tensions with the local tribes grow. We can't go on like this. What can we do? I must return to England for supplies. Godspeed, John White. But things got difficult. We had little food, and tensions with local tribes grew. And so I must return to England for supplies.
Be safe, John. The stores are empty. We cannot last another week.
I know. I will return to England for supplies. It is our only chance.
Godspeed, John White!
But things got difficult. We have little food, and tensions with local tribes have grown. So I, John White, must return to England for supplies.
But things got difficult. They had little food, and tensions with local tribes grew.
I must return to England. I will secure the supplies we need to have. But things got difficult. We have little food, and tensions with the local tribes are growing. I understand. I will return to England for supplies. Godspeed, John White. But things got difficult. Little food and tensions with local tribes. So I, John White, will return to England for supplies. Godspeed. Oh, I will return. But things got difficult. We have little food, and tensions with the local tribes grow. So I must return to England for supplies. Godspeed, John White.
But things got difficult.
We have little food, and tensions with the tribes grow. I will return to England for supplies. Be safe, John.
But things got difficult. They had little food, and tensions with local tribes grew. So their leader, John White,
I must return to England for supplies. But things got difficult. They had little food, and tensions with the local tribes grew.
So their leader, John White, returned to England for supplies.
But things got difficult. We have little food, and tensions with local tribes grow. So I must return to England for be swift task. We cannot hold out long.
But things got difficult. We had little food, and tensions with local tribes grew.
What can we do, John? I must return to England for supplies. It's our only hope. Godspeed, John. But things got difficult. We have little food, and tensions with the local tribes are growing. We can't hold out much longer, John. I know. I must return to England for supplies. But things got difficult. We have little food, and tensions with local tribes grow. What can we do, John? I must return to England for supplies.